Where is Soham? Yeah, I think everyone has joined it. Thank you, Deepakji, for joining this session. So today we will have their end semester presentation, which is a final presentation of PS work. Officially, the PS work is ending tomorrow, but we thought to take it the presentation today so that we can conclude the formality and all the thing. So now I request student group to share your screen and present your entire work in 10 to 15 minutes. Who will share the screen? Yeah.
Just a second. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, yes, yes. Please go ahead. So I will mute now. So you can present all of you the work together and then we'll have some discussion.
So, good morning, everyone. Today we are presenting our final presentation for Practice School 1. And during the course of this PS1, we have worked on three impactful projects, which we will discuss shortly. I, Utkarsh Saxena, and Soham Pradeep Sawant, Rishit Gupta, and Anjali Mehta have worked on this. We are students from Hyderabad and Goa campus. We have three projects: GVan, Cogentic, and NuroLab. GVan is a Miyawaki forestation project, which is to help the people to grow their own forest. And Cogentic is an automated platform where the posts are generated with the help of AI and automatically gets posted on a social platform. Then is NeuroLab. It's a hardware project. Basically, it's a device to help people understand their neural physiology better. So let's discuss the Miyawaki forestation project. The main challenge we faced for this project was that traditional reforestation lacks data-driven optimization, and making density mapping and substrate material calculation is highly prone to human error. So this project solves that problem. It is an interactive precision ecology platform designed to automate site-specific parameters for the dense urban forest. And it gives you insights on how you can grow your own forest, how much fertilizers are needed, and other requirements to grow them. And it also suggests which species of plants you can grow according to Miyawaki method. Our goal here is transitioning from foundational research into a live, fully deployed responsive web application. Then is our developmental process. We made a website for this, a fully responsive website for this with minimal functional structure and light theme layout. It can work in desktop, tablet, and mobile as well. Then we had to finalize our input and output parameters, like what can be the input a farmer can give, and what he requires. So we use GitHub for project management, and the various inputs were like the farmer can input land size, soil type, and climate, even with the help of his location. Then the output he gets is the material quantities and the type of species he can plant. We added this GPS based location telemetry option so that it automatically detects the location and gets the environment properties from there itself. Now I would like Rishit to continue from here.
Can you go below one slide down? Yeah. So this tool lets the user enter the one slide below. Yeah. So this tool basically lets the user enter the land area, and then it auto calculates everything that is needed for the Miyawaki forest patch. Like we entered 120 over here, and then it derived the fencing boundary, which is 55, and then the chain link cost, which is 8250 rupees. Then on the right side, we see it breaks the budget, the cost of the saplings, cocoa peat, rice, husk, compost, site preparation, planting, pH, etc. Over here, pH shows 0, so it shows that the soil is optimal. And then if we go below, it shows the water requirement that is needed daily and the cost required. So over here, our total budget comes out to be 64,812 rupees. Yeah. And this is for the long-term impact and maintenance. This is after the planting, so it is a slide for the forest to reach. Like currently, it's on year two. It shows the recommended maintenance and then the ecological milestones. Like over here, the recommended maintenance is irrigation weekly and mulch refill while the milestones are birds rare and young canopy. And then shows the total CO2 that has been sequestered at zero point 0.6 tons here. And there are three phases: establishment, which is 1 to 2, canopy closure 3 to 5, and biodiversity 6 to 10. So basically, there is one tool estimates what it costs to start the forest, while this one shows how much it grows. I would like to pass it on to Anjali.
Yes. So how we designed this website was that initially when you open it, it automatically detects your location, and based on that, we had a few modules that gave you specific recommendations of the most ideal type of plants that you could grow in your area based on where you were from. So if you're from a arid region like Rajasthan, then the uh, then the recommendations would be for trees that don't require much water and stuff like that, and similarly for other type of land types. So if you could scroll up a little, I can show you a little more about. Yes. So at the top of the site where we have the map, that's where you can see that your location has been successfully detected. So you can either choose to use the current location, or um, if or you can like choose to manually enter it. And based on that, we have our Miyawaki site analyzer, where you can also enter your area, the area of the afforestation project that you're intending to take up. And based on the locality of where you're from, it we are able to recommend you with naturally occurring species, as well as soil characteristics and recommended additives and how much. And as Rishit had mentioned, the water requirements for your site, and keep changing based on where you're from. So there's another area where you can enter your pH that can be automatically calculated, or you can enter it if you are more knowledgeable about that. So basically, this is how the site analyzer works based on your location. Can you scroll down a bit? And as Rishita just walked you through the resource estimator and the long-term impact, so that also works based on a little bit based on the location and some based on the area that you enter and the dimensions of the plot that you're intending to take up this afforestation activity. So as you go down in the site, you land on um, the site analyzer where, sorry, could you scroll down a bit? Yeah. So the field polygon and plantation layout. So this is like just an approximate image of how your plantation project might end up looking like. It's a rendering of how you could be positioning the plants on your layout based on the dimensions and the shape, as well as the density that you choose. So on the bottom of the draw field part, we have a density slider, and you can change that. And according to that, the plantation simulator output would change. And it gives you the approx number of trees that you would have to plant based on the area that you previously have chosen. So, based on the coming to the functionality, this is basically what the site helps you to do. And on the bottom, we have the government schemes and subsidies and like useful helpline numbers that you can call, and just a little bit of additional information um, and like to point you in the right direction for more research regarding the project. So that brings us to the end of our GVan project, our Miyawaki Afforestation Site Analyzer um, website. So moving on, yeah. So moving on, we would like to introduce Cogentic, which is the project that we would worked on to. It's basically an automated image and content generation platform. So it's an AI-powered content automation system that is developed to streamline and scale the social media presence of the Jalte Diye Foundation. So basically, what the platform does, or what the pipeline does, essentially, is we have a Python script to generate quotes and themes, and based on that, like a certain background is chosen, and then we have an image rendering pipeline also to render that the text that had been outputted from the Python script onto a pre-specified background. And so basically, this helps us automate the entire process instead of manually trying to come up with content to post on social media or the website. And this helps us automate the entire process and dynamically come up with different content. So it automatically generates inspirational content and creates visually appealing posters ready to be published on social media and the foundation's website. So the aim of Cogentic is to promote social education and as well as to increase like the social media presence, and it helps by taking out the manual effort from that process and fully automating it. So initially we have a Python script that queries multiple different LLMs um, via open router to pick like to generate a few specific quotes, or if there is an event happening on a certain day, generate a quote based on that. And based on the output of that script, like a theme out of the four overarching initiatives that Jalte Diye Foundation has, a specific background is chosen, and the text of the output that is generated from the Python script is rendered onto that image. And all of this is happening locally on on GitHub, where we have a GitHub Actions module in place, and that automatically triggers the script once a day, and it gets posted onto the Jalte Diye Foundation website. So the objective of this whole project is to automate this daily content creation publishing, and that's what we had aimed to do. And I'll hand it over to Rishit to explain a little more about how the theme selection goes.
Yeah, so Cogentic currently has six major themes, which are based on the four SDGs: climate, environment, quality education, foundation events, health, mindfulness, peace, justice, and women empowerment. So each of these themes contain dedicated background images, fonts, colors, specific code position, separate content repositories. So special event modules generated customized content for special locations such as Yoga Day, Environmental Day, Women's Day, Independence Day, etc. You could scroll down. Yeah, so this system, so this is basically the working, how the script works. So it identifies whether the current day corresponds to an important event or trending topic, and then the theme selection is done. Based on the detected event and relevance score, the suitable theme is selected, and then the two AI models which you open out in Genius, they generate several candidate quotes and explanations. Now I'd like to pass it on to Utkarsh.
So after this, the generated content is ranked according to the relevance of the selected theme and the code quality and certain length constraints and the diversity and uniqueness. So the code is selected also according to the uh, image size and the area that we need to fill. Then the selected code is rendered on the most appropriate background image, and the final image is prepared on for publishing on various social media platforms like LinkedIn of the Jalte Diye Foundation and also on the website of Jalte Diye Foundation. For the development process, we made a Python script for the code generation and the theme specific contents selection, and the system checks the current day and the searches for relevant events and news. Then the AI models generate multiple codes and the best according to the criteria set. The best ones are chosen, and the corresponding theme is applied and it is pasted on that background image, and then we get the final post. Then this content is posted on the social media platforms. The future versions of this project will include video and audio generation as well. So now I would like Soham to explain NuroLab project.
Yeah. Um, can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So, NuroLab project. Yeah. So this was our third and the last project which we have worked on in the last 2.5 weeks, you can say. Yeah. So basically, what NuroLab is and what is the actual problem statement behind NuroLab is as Jaldi Diye Foundation is working on the health aspect as well, the mental health as well. So basically, the issue was the I mean the lack of continuous monitoring and also some qualitative and quantitative measures of your brain health and your mental health. That was the actual challenge. So solution was basically to develop and basically develop a research grade, you can say EEG based platform. Uh, as the output is a hardware that is a headset where users can wear that as a wearable tech device, which combines the aspects of neuroscience, embedded systems, AI, bit of a hardware, software to provide real time your health status. And so this was the solution, and the goal was to basically build that. Yeah. So Can you go to the next slide? So the NuroLab. So what did we do in these 2 weeks is we integrated a 8-channel EEG headset. Basically, it has 8 electrodes or 8 input channels, which takes the inputs from your brain activity or the user's brain activity, the electrical signals which is generated, uh, and the concepts or the domains which we explored here was embedded electronics, cloud connectivity, AI analytics, to capture the brain signals and analyze the cognitive and health status of the users, and then to build and later on build a dashboard for the users to see how is their health status and various parameters which they want to see. Next slide. Yeah. So the development process was to basically identify the problem, the existing documents in the repository of NuroLab. We needed, we researched on that, the existing documents. Uh, we also made sure that whatever the issues and uh, whatever the existing researches were done, how we can make it better or how we can contribute in that. So the problem identification was the first step to understand the need and uh, what is happening in the NuroLab. The second was to basically research to study the. This is a sort of a biotech, like there is a biology as well involved, as well as the electronics involved, as well as the computing and or you can say the software involved. So it was a good combination of all this biomedical technology sort of. So yeah, so this was a good research experience. So this literature review was important regarding the EEG biomarkers, neuroscience, as well also the signal processing and how you can filter that as well, and also how AI models can be used and integrated in such technologies. And the next part was system design, which we worked on last week, designing the complete schematics of. Uh, Firstly, we worked on the isolated schematics, where each module was basically we had to research and uh, then understand what is actually needed with comparison to the existing devices, as that is also very much important in terms of weight, in terms of design aspects, in terms of actual hardware as well for various purposes. So yeah, and also next thing was cloud, or you can say backend processing, and the AI architecture, and also firmware and the front end. So this was the system design, which is one of the most important part of NuroLab. The next was the hardware development. Yeah, so the hardware development for now, obviously, as due to lack of hardware resources, you can say as we are working online, so hardware development is actually not possible for now. But yes, but we have provided we have built on the research on the documentation, and we have done the documentation, the schematics, how it will work, what are the various specifications, and also power management and various other hardware systems. So yeah, so we have developed the documentation, and the next thing was to build a integration of the hardware with the software and the front end. So this was the development process which we worked on step by step in the last 2.5 or 3, you can say, weeks. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, all, as you can, the backend and the dashboard part was also important, and in this we followed the steps which was already there on the GitHub repo. This was already well researched previously by the contributors before. The hardware part was our major chunk which we have contributed to this foundation. So AI model development as well was also done. We had a opportunity to contribute in the backend development and integrating those model, and also testing and validations of the backend as well, and also integration with the hardware. So that was our next steps, and we have contributed in that as well. And the deployment part, that's been given to the front end team for now, and they have been working on with that, and currently in the developing phase for that, as the front end will take time to get completed. Yeah, so I'll briefly explain the NuroLab workflow. I'll not go much into the technical depth or the electronic depth of that, but more or less for general audience, I can explain the workflow. So next slide, please. Yeah. So can you zoom this a bit? So firstly, the user will wear the headset. So we have tried to make it as lightweight as possible. Also, the soft centers, which are soft sensors, which are there on that. Basically, they are the electrodes. That's why there are 8 electrodes. That's why I told that it is an 8 channel system. So yeah, so this soft sensor placed on the forehead and the head will basically detect the brain's natural electrical signals. Then the brain activity is measured, and then later there is a processing which is happening behind with the ADS and ESP MCU chips, where there will be noise filtering, then also the signal amplification and various other signal calibrations, also the protection of the circuit and all those things. And the next thing is, and all other the other analyzing like the various cognitive states of and identifying the patterns of the users, like the stress, mental fatigue, like cognitive workload, burnout risk, and also various brain health trends, and also various parameters such as alpha, beta, theta, and various things which corresponds to various uh, mental health states. So that will be done by the ESP and MCU controllers, which will also be connected to the backend server which we have built, and there will be various other computations as well. And with that also, we have integrated the IMU unit, which by various researches we found that due to motions, which the signals can be hindered. The signals will be hindered due to motions, and we would lose some signals, or we will get hindered signals. So for that, uh, we are implementing the motion calibration as well. So we'll nullify with the motion, like whatever, if there's a sudden motion, so whatever that is, that will be accounted in our calculations as well, so we do not find accurate results later on. And also the data storage is very much important, so we have accounted that as well, because for every user there will be different cognitive states and different baseline where we need to work upon. One basic example is uh, the one basic example you can say is basically for different individuals there are different set of health parameters and different set of the um, baselines of various health trends. So yeah, so that is very much important to like further account those conditions. Then the cloud and software platform, I will not go into detail as we already explained, but the thing is, now this was all behind the background of the technical things. But what as a user, for the simplified the platform, there will be a simplified platform for the user. On that, basically he can see his personalized results, like he will understand his brain activity, if it's normal, and like if there are meaningful changes over time. Also the dashboard and insights, like some charts and various pie charts, or you can say some graphs, where you can understand his cognitive states, and like decisions related to focus, workload, various things. And also, we have also implemented one important thing, that will it give, as this is an electronic device, so will it like protect the user, or will it give some electrical shocks, or some any other aspects to that as well. So we have accounted that as well as by providing a protection circuit, uh, which is very helpful to diverting those extra some over voltages to the external circuit, which will make the device safe. So that is also very much important. So various things. So similar things we have took into like research stage, and then we have worked on and also integrated uh, in this project. So the user will basically see his cognitive status, like the stress, attention, fatigue, focus score, and various other health parameters in a simplified manner, where he can easily understand, like and also the recommendations as well, and also the PDF report of his daily, or you can say weekly report of his entire entire mental state basically. So there is a many indicators, many status will be lively seen on the front end, which will be a app basically, and also the summary of its entire things. So yeah, so that was a brief workflow. Can you go to the next slide? So this was the actual schematics which we have built. This is isolated schematics which we have built of various modules inside the EEG headset. Yeah, so this was our task for the previous weeks. Yeah, next slide. I'll not go into details explaining the circuits. Yeah, and this was the design specifications. More or less, we have not gone into the design specifications as we have not much experience and knowledge into that. But yeah, the hardware part we have majorly completed, and the, we have have a documentation which we can provide the design specifications where the design team can further go ahead with the things. Yeah, so we have provided the weight of the our components, how it will be connected, what's the size, the battery, power, and other materials, and such things. Yeah, so that was our basic main task. And uh, currently, this has been posted, or you can say pushed to the really real education in the NuroLab section where such signals and so this is basically a brief introduction to the users like what NuroLab does. This is not a simulation or something, yeah, but yeah. So this is more or less you can say a brief introduction to the users how NuroLab and what NuroLab can contribute to their daily life and how basically it can make their health monitoring status a real thing and more what do you say a basic necessity for them. Like it's a basic necessity in the mental health as well to monitor regularly. Also with physical health. Next slide. This is just I provided screenshots of the website, and yeah, so that was the brief presentation about the NuroLab as a whole project. And next slide. Yeah, so PS-1 experience as a whole, as a team. Um, yeah, so the PS-1 station actually provided us an excellent opportunity to, I mean, bridge the theoretical knowledge, whatever we had previously, and also we developed during this period with practical applications. So that bridging was very much important and it was very helpful. And throughout the PS1 internship, we worked on as a team. We worked on multidisciplinary projects like including the software development, the hardware system, especially in NuroLab, research and imaging AI technologies, and also this experience has exposed us to various like documentation, project planning, working as a team, getting into meetings, understanding the other team members, and also the real world engineering workflows and how as a what do you say a company or how as a foundation the things go on, and that experience has improved our technical also communication skills and developed a sort of we can say a professional mindset with our other members as well. So yeah, so I would like to conclude here uh, our presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys for detailed presentation, and you have really worked well. And I would like to seek Deepak Ji comment on the overall student performance during this 2 month.
Yeah, yes, sir, definitely. Actually, I would like to say that the entire team, they have provided a lot of things to the repositories, to the project, right? No, but I think there are a few things students are forgetting. So it would have been better like if they had shown us the live demonstration of the project, because all these projects are live and available on our website. So I would like to ask Anjali, could you just present your screen and once again show us a demo of these projects? They are all dynamic websites, I mean web pages, and it would have been really better if you can simply present it like that. Huh? So not just a static PPT, but you can just show us a demo of these projects. So I would like to ask that first you begin with the GitHub repositories that you have, right? You know the URL. Just make the make the your screen available. Yeah, could you just do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Should I present
yes,
the
yes,
live
yeah,
website?
yeah, yeah. Just present your screen and show us all the repositories. You know what the reason behind is that you guys are like the first batch of open source community developers, right? Now, after students from Modi University they joined, and then we have plans to take students from other universities as well, right? So what you just presented was more like a general public overview, okay, of the projects, like what we are doing, but like where they can find these web pages, these resources. So it would have been a good demonstration, okay? So they can simply go to GitHub, they can also start putting their contribution. So it would have been better like this, and I think it would be better because these are all technology products, right? So yeah, just kindly go ahead with that.
Yes. So, one second. Yeah. This is basically the Jalte Diye Foundation repository, and these are all the specific project repositories. Really, the education is the initiative taken up by Jalte Diye Foundation, and this is where all our web pages are hosted. So as you can see, GVan is there, Cogentic is there, like the automated post generation module, and um, so this is our entire Cogentic module and the workflow. Um, so essentially, yeah. So this is the main script that basically prompts all the different LLMs for the quotes based on specific overarching Jalti Foundation initiatives. So we have peace and justice, health and mindfulness, social education, climate and environment, and so here it uses OpenRouter to query a bunch of LLMs. And the reason we chose OpenRouter was to reduce hallucinations and basically reduce like repeated and overused content. So if we dynamically use a different LLMs, then all of them can slowly be used to generate better content overall. And from here, at the end of the script, it sends all the output as well as the theme chosen and the output from the script into our image generation module, and that's our image generation Python script. And here, based on the theme, we have different dynamic text layouts and different backgrounds, obviously. and different positioning of the characters as well. And so dynamically based on the theme selected, a different background is selected and the corresponding code is rendered onto that background. And from here, via GitHub Actions, the entire image is posted onto the posts tab in the um, Really Real Education site. And this is our repo for our final NuroLab project. And basically here, the NuroLab project essentially aims to process the EEG signals coming from a headset that you wear. And based on that, we send it through different ML models to get like actionable insights on the output from the EEG headset. So based on that, you have your alpha, beta, theta, gamma waves, and based on the mental state of your mind, as in if you're really calm, it emits certain kind of waves, and if you're actively thinking and engrossed in like a certain work, then it emits different kinds of waves. And so basically, all of that you can process all that data and kind of convert it to useful things that we can show our user base. So this branch has the this branch has the actual um NeuroLab main folder, and you can have the main.py is the full um, pipeline that essentially gets the input from the EEG headset and exports it into different kinds of pipelines to get the insights as to how everything works. And at the end, once the data is done being pre-processed, cleaned, and um, put through these ML models to get the insights, we also have a feature export model um, where we put all the information that is learned from that session and convert it into CSV and JSON outputs. And that is essentially that data can be like used for downstream ML experiments for other people as well. So this is basically the repositories for all our three projects, and that's how we worked, and that's how we collaborated, and that's how the entire project was taken up.
Yeah, thanks Anjali for that. Now, Soham, could you just give us a live demonstration of these projects? On our websites, we have them. So yeah, please give us a demo. Soham, I'm audible? Yeah, okay, nice.
Just yeah. Uh, yeah. So I would like to show the demo of GVan and then Cogentic and then NuroLab. As NuroLab, there is no simulation or something that we can show for now as the front end. as the front end is not ready from the other team. But yeah, the G1, yes. Uh, as we already demonstrated it in the previous meets as well, we like, so yeah. So here you can put some, like for example, you can put New Delhi, and then yeah. So you'll find the accurate results without any. This is using the website geolocation, web geolocation feature, which will give us the exact location of that, and accordingly we will provide the latitude longitudes, and with that you can see this uh, latitude longitudes has been entered over here, and then you can click the analyze sites with your area and the specific pH, and then accordingly it will give the natural occurring species, the soil characteristics types, and the distribution, the Miyawaki layer. And this is more or less Miyawaki forestation plantation app or web page. So yeah, so this was the shortly I would explain that this was the this is basically whatever the user needs according to its conditions, and then also as you can see here, the complete budget breakdown as well, saplings, the various other additives like cocoa pits, rice husks, compost, site presentation, also pH amendment. For now, as it is in the good pH range, that's why it's showing 0. If we can basically see that, can put some. Yeah, as you can see, this is a very low pH. Um, you can see there is a pH amendment which is working here. Then also various special additives which is being calculated, even water requirements as well, weekly, monthly, according to the conditions. Then also the chain link and the fencing cost which is required. Then as also this Rishit has explained, uh, as we want to see the maintenance and the impact, you can see these parameters and also the recommended maintenance and ecological milestone which is shown. The next thing is this plantation as basically, so as this already showed that this is 3 by 3 meters. Um, so this is basically 30. So these are 3 by 3 meters long. So as you can, for example, if you draw a rectangular landfill area, then you can basically simulate here, and then here you can see the trees which you can plant, basically the area which is covered here, also the canopy coverage, and this area is further reflected over here as well. As you can see, 354.2, and accordingly this will change. And yeah, so the next thing is also in Miyawaki density. We know that basically we can generally 2 saplings per meter square to 6 is the general sapling like we grow basically in Miyawaki. Uh, of- yeah, so as you can see, as we can decrease, you can increase, so this particular things change. And then for users or farmers, basically they should also know the government schemes and subsidies. So we try to add those in this single platform as well for better, and also various helplines and emergency contacts as well for various users, farmers, and whoever are in this field of basically growing the Miyawaki. And the next thing is, yeah. So this was the Cogentic project. Uh, as you can see, the uh, this is the post for the everyday codes. Now in the repo, basically there are no API keys as we have requested for that, but we found out basically that there are no licenses for it, as we have talked to the Modi University team. We requested them to put the API keys over there, because these codes will not be generated without those API keys, that it will not process through our pipeline with the existing news and the today's current trends and news. So that time it will build those codes and various other or whatever events and other things as well. So yeah, so this was our Cogentic daily post module. Next thing was NuroLab, as this was a hardware based or more or less a research based project. And yeah, so as I've already showcased the circuit and also various design specifications, so that was the major chunk of that as a demo, you can say. Yeah, so this is just for the people who are visiting this website to basically they can explore how basically the system architecture, the research areas, and whatever we have gone through uh, in this. Basically, how the NuroLab works, what will the users get, then the contributors as we have worked with the Modi University team, and also the roadmap for the further testing and also development of this. So yeah, so this was as you can. So this is just this. We can't say it as a simulation or something, but yeah, that simulations will be the simulations will be generated all the inputs from the user to backend to front end. That will all be showcased in the front end, which has been, as I already told, that this has been continuously worked by the further analytics. I mean, the Modi University team as they have been taken that part. Yeah, so this was about the demo of the entire three projects.
Deepakji, you want to add something now?
Yes, sir. Definitely, there are a few things which we are like missing here, but I think as we are running out of time, so I would like to keep it brief. The students have really done well. They have learned a lot about professionalism, and when I said that, basically I mean that professional way of software development. They have used tools like GitHub, and we had regular meetings every other day, and I think that really proved to be beneficial, I believe. And we talked about required softwares like GitHub Copilot and AI assisted software development as well. Not just that, I think students have also enjoyed the collaborative way of software development. As they have mentioned multiple times, the team from Modi University, they have also assisted them well. And I think just to note that, when you work in a team like that, you just not only learn about software development, you also learn about leadership, right? So I think enough leadership opportunities were given to each team, and we divided that into multiple sub teams as well. So I think students do remember that, how entertaining and enjoyable it was, the learning experience. Not just that, I think there are other things as well. I mean, the part of mentorship that the students have also enjoyed. I mean, since this is the first batch of software developers in for community service purpose. So now they have also taught their juniors as well. Like who are like in their first year or second year. So it was quite a good learning experience for all of them. And not just that, they have really done great in their software development part as well. So I think enough opportunities were there. Now they are like quite learned, and so design opportunities were there. They could have designed a few things. Graphic design part was there. So I think overall it was a good learning experience for students. So thank you guys like for your efforts and contributions that you have made. I think you really enjoyed the culture of our foundation, and that from now onwards you guys are like free. And if you are like still interested in providing your community service to this foundation through these tech projects, you are most welcome. Okay. And one more thing that I would like to add is that it's not like that you can only contribute in only this sense. You if you know someone who can who is into community service, open source software development, okay, who wants to learn, in fact, okay, so it's one good opportunity where you can not only just learn, you can also do some community service as well. Okay, so as you know that Jalte Diye Foundation is a social startup. So as you know that we are trying to solve social problems through our technology. So I hope you guys are understanding like what is the power of technology. Okay, it is that power which is highly scalable. I mean, we have seen that in GVan project, which is hosted on our website. Now anyone can access it, be it some Russian or Indian, okay, across geographies, countries, the technology is accessible, right? So you know that how scalable it is. So there are these things, that you can develop scalable solutions for social problems. That's what we are into, right? So Jeevan it talks about environmental sustainability, how you can grow your own forest in a very small piece of land, right? The Cogentic talks about automated or AI assisted content generation for social education, right? For global peace. The third one, the NuroLab, which primarily talks about creating good software projects and the devices which can actually improve your mental well-being, right? So these are the things that we are working upon. So yeah, thank you guys for your contribution. It was really amazing to work with you guys. Okay. In fact, I also learned a few things from you. Okay. Yeah. So that's all, and let's see, like if we can work together again. Okay, like you guys are most welcome, and I hope that our paths will cross once again. Okay, nice meeting you guys. Yes, sir. So
Thank you, sir, for appreciating the student work and the effort what they have done. I hope it will be useful for your organization, and you will again take it forward for the betterment.
yes, sir. And thanks to
So
BITS
as
Pilani
yeah,
Practice School Division as well, because like there were a few things, like so see Soham and Anjali, they have really done well, and Rishita and Utkarsh, they could join a little bit late for certain reasons. So
uh,
the other things that and sometimes we get sick, sometimes there are some certain personal reasons. So things like these happen. But this
yeah,
is not about comparing someone, like comparing Soham with Anjali, because there would always be some differences. It's just not about comparing. It's about understanding like where we can improve, what can actually improve us, right? So I hope students are understanding these things. So there is still room of improvement, right, in the projects as well as in your own skill set as well. So
uh,
nice, and I wish you good luck, guys.
yeah. So regarding certificate, I have given you sir ID number. That was the one issue, and as well as the date, so that you can please do the changes, and then you can email them
Yeah.
so that they
Hmm.
can keep in their
Yeah,
record.
sure,
And
sure.
as well as we are hoping for a long association with you, like next time PS1. So
Definitely
whenever
our
you get
pleasure,
back,
sir. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Thank you, sir, for
yeah.
the
So we
opportunity,
will
and
we will
wish you
discuss
luck.
it that performance. Yeah, yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. I will talk with them then, sir. You, if you have some work, you can leave the meeting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And
Yeah.
guys, just one more thing for our next social media post regarding that. If it would be better if you can turn on your webcams, it would be really great. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are comfortable, it's best. Okay, it motivates others to work together. Yeah, thank you, sir. Soham,
Yeah.
could you just turn on your webcam? Yeah,
Uh,
appreciate.
so I have a laptop camera issue. Like I just from my phone and I can done
Yeah,
just.
yeah, yeah, it's fine. And Rishit, Anjali, Utkarsh, if you guys are comfortable with it, and yeah, it would have been better. Yes. Thank you, guys. Soham will be back soon, I guess. Anjali, if it's possible for you and you're comfortable with it, then yeah, you can have it a picture. Just a minute, guys. Thank you guys for that. And I hope that you guys will be staying connected with us on our social media platforms. The purpose to do that is to raise awareness about our projects so that people, who want to learn, who want to gain some knowledge, they can also contribute. And, there are other things that we are continuously posting regarding environment sustainability and all. So there are many things that, for that we are working as an organization. So I hope I will see you guys on these social media platforms. So stay connected, and I think it would be a great learning opportunity as well. Okay, guys. So thank you for your time. Thank you, sir, for taking
Yeah,
time to attend this
thank you.
meeting and for your mentorship throughout this internship.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Okay, guys. See you soon. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Yeah. Have a great. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.